but keep the other bad men from the door.
So, I just wanted to get the gang together early in my tenure to say, yup.
We are back. Season 2, Part 2. This will be coming out later. Please put in the comments, is Film School for Dummies still happening on our channel? A weekly podcast by Mike Hanley and Caleb Coho. I'm dying to find out of a weekly show because I've only seen the only people that have successfully been able to do weekly shows. Me with YLS for like 100 plus episodes, and this show right here. We'll see. But I'm really curious because this will be like a month, 2 months after we're going to give a little break, a little hiatus, so it runs in. But we're back. We are back. And I was not very nice to my co-host this past week. I'm going to be honest with you. Things you don't see. You don't see mom and dad fight often on call. I let these two have it. They gave me a show that one, we can call this TV Chronicles, and that's the name, and that's fair. It's more Matt and Mark show Cody TV. That's what the kind of name of the game is. And they gave me a show. I don't ask a lot of questions when they're throwing out show ideas because I don't have a lot of like stuff to base it on. I don't know. Like, sure, like it looks highly rated. I've heard people fine, whatever. You think it's good, I'll match you. They give me The Leftovers. This show does not hold your hand at all. So I've said some very choice words about them. So if you're with us on the journey with me that's never watched The Leftovers, we're in this together, buddy. We're in this together. I don't know if we'll see the other side. The only thing I can say is it's only 28 episodes, so hopefully we'll make it through. Okay? We made it through Oz. We can make it through anything. But yes, we are doing Succession, True Detective, and The Leftovers, like I described. First up, Mark. I think Mark advocated for True Detective. I think that's the one he did advocate for. That's one I've heard of. Really great, really bad. So I'm curious to see where we're at. Maybe it's like Pete being redeemed, or that never happened. I want that on. He never got redeemed. 7 seasons, 13 episodes every season. I think the last one was 14. Never redeemed. Crazy. But you chose True Detective. A little bit why you chose True Detective. I think that would be interesting to know. And then how are you doing?
Oh, well, I mean, I feel like in the last episode I did clarify the Pete thing, which, I don't know if it helped at all my case, but did happen. I chose True Detective. Like, I'm not gonna even. I know at times, I get a little steam coming out of my ears when Cody calls The Wire a police procedural. Like, I'm not happy whenever he says it. But I'm not gonna completely bullshit our audience here. I do like detective stories. I do like these cop stories. Like, I enjoy them. I especially like these, like, very dark kind of just, very what's the word? Like, nihilistic type of detective stories. I love those things. And when True Detective came out in 2012, like, I was absolutely hooked. Like, and even though, like, the show has definitely had some peaks and valleys, I think it's still a show that would garner some very interesting conversation.
We've done 3 procedural shows on this show now, and let me tell you, you've liked every one of them. You have a type, and it's fine.
I mean,
just say you like it.
We've done 2. Like, one's just like kind of like a cop, like, city.
Some like redheads. Some like Latinas, you like place procedures. That's fine. I
And
appreciate
one thing from watching all three of these shows on HBO and having to see like a commercial for that Mark Ruffalo show every time, they're pitching that thing hard at Mark.
Oh, Mark is like, boom. Where do I sign? Easy done.
I
Why do you
didn't
think
even know it was
Batman-
coming out. Like I circled on the calendar. It looks great.
Why do you think, Mark loves Batman for a flippin' reason. The detective, not because he's a superhero. Matt brought up The Leftovers. Now, I don't know if this is like an all-time show for him or what it was, but he did bring it up. So why do you think I need to sit through The Leftovers? And how are you doing?
Yeah, I'm doing good. The Leftovers. I knew this was going to be probably the most, probably not Cody show that we've brought on here, but I think that it's a fantastic show. You just have to have the patience with it, and you have to sit through it. I don't want to throw out comments because I know I already got in trouble last season saying the Shield finale was better than Breaking Bad. But honestly,
You're closer than Mark.
the Leftovers season 2, I put that up against almost any other season of television as one of the best. So I think it's going to be a definitely interesting conversation. That's for sure.
Yeah, all my friends, especially in this community, the one word that everyone would use to describe me is patient. That's was just they scream like, we need a guy who's patient. Cody, you doing anything? But overall, it's we are doing it first though tonight. For the first time in the show, we've done miniseries, but this will be our nine seasons, like 9 series. First time 2 of us will have not seen anything of a show, and that is Succession. So pretty pumped about that. Really excited. Let me tell you, this show's very hard to stop at 3 episodes. Just want that on the record. Let me tell you, no show grabbed me faster in my maybe Breaking Bad and Game of Thrones were up there. This was like the hooks were in so dang fast. So
And I will say
I'm
that
really
I'm in a group chat with a handful of people from the community that were big Succession people, and we had to go through, because I know Jim and I we pretty much started that, and we were there when there was like a 2.5-year gap in between seasons of Succession during the COVID stuff. So be thankful that you guys get to knock it out in 12 weeks here.
that sounds absolutely horrible. I want that on the record. But we're gonna start. Few things have changed. If you didn't watch our last episode where we did New Saints and the mini Saints in Newark, we broke into a new situation. Tonight we are doing that same format for the entire series. It's going to break down. We're going to break down the pros. We're going to break down the cons. There's no real format. We're just going to treat it like a live, kind of how I wanted the show to begin in the first place. I want more of like a roundtable discussion. Let's just talk about the episodes. If it takes 12 minutes to get through it episode, then we're done. If it takes 30 minutes, then we're talking for 30 minutes on the episode. If it's good, we're going to talk about it. If it's bad, it's bad. And we're just going to weigh it off. It's going to be a similar show where we break down different things, and Mark is either going to I love that part of it, and I'll be like, you're a fucking moron. What? And then we're going to argue. And that's what the show, when we are at our best, when we're actually all communicating. What I looked back on future episodes, I hated where Mark would talk for 7 hours on Mad Men, and I would just sit there and just stare. And I was like, I feel like I'm adding nothing to the conversation, and we're just talking about the whole episode that all 3 of us just watched. So we'll see how this one goes. We'll see how it goes. And we're trying something. Bad guy of the week, we're going to give the prize. So, of the season 1s, that could be the bad guy of the week for those. But the overall bad guy, who's the worst character in the show? There was a lot of arguments last season. We could have had Don. We could have had Vic. We could have had Shane. We could have had Skylar from season 1, Breaking Bad. A lot of things. But we'll break all those down. We'll get through it. But we're going to start with The Leftovers. Matt is also going to break down the little synopsis on the bottom of IMDb.
Just little blurbs, I think it is. Yeah.
Just to let you know what we're facing, and then we're going to get into it. So, Matt, take it away.
All right. So, Leftovers, season 1, episode 1, pilot. 3 years after millions of people, some 2% of the world's population, have vanished into thin air, residents of Mapleton, New York weigh the pros and cons of a Heroes Day tribute to local departed. Attempting to maintain a sense of normalcy in his strained community, Police Chief Kevin Garvey faces additional challenges at work and at home.
Yeah,
So,
some would say. Okay, I think you two are going to be more positive than me on this. I think that's the case. Uh, I'm not a smart human being for the most part. I need to kind of be handheld at times. This show, I just want to talk about the first 5 minutes of the show. Okay, first 5 minutes of the show. A lady comes out of the establishment. She puts the baby in the car seat. She said she turns around, baby gone. So I'm like, oh, snatched, gone. Somebody stole your baby. Crazy. Didn't even hear a door. But then it starts screaming and everything starts happening, and like, they're gone. And then we see a cop, and in the first 5 minutes, a dog gets blasted, just fucking dead. And then I'm like, okay, anybody want to tell me what the fuck's going on? Like, what are we doing? Left Behind, I get that. Rapture, maybe? Is that what we're going? Like, I think there's a whole conversation we can have.
yeah.
But can you guys talk about the pros? Because I'm struggling, especially in these first 2 episodes, to find a lot of happy-go-lucky. Well, actually, if you ever say happy-go-lucky, I'll fucking kill you. Cool. But what's the pros of this? I don't have any right now.
I mean, I will say I do love that opening sequence where we actually kind of see what the departure would happen there, where it's just the lady, she's talking, the baby's crying, and all of a sudden it just goes silent. She turns around, the baby's not there. There's a kid in front of the store. His dad just completely vanished. And you see a car crash down the street, and that's all this chaos just in front of one store. But it's happened all around the entire planet, so you can magnify that a bajoom. So I think that was really cool. Now I understand. So going into the show, I knew that was kind of what the show was. I can see where, from Cody's point of view, not knowing anything about the show going in, that's going to be really hard. But I mean, I'm not going to disagree with you. This show definitely does not hold your hand. It introduces a whole ton of characters in this first episode here, and it doesn't really show you how they relate to each other or anything. There's 5 or 6 different storylines going on. It can be a little hard to keep track of. But yeah, I think it does a good job of kind of setting up some of the mystery, the guilty remnant, the group. You don't know why they're doing what they're doing. You just know they're trying to make sure people don't forget stuff. So I can definitely see why you struggle with these first couple episodes.
The feeling of helplessness, I think that's maybe what they're going for in this, mass hysteria, dropping us in a world that we technically just don't know anything about. We get the premise, right? People are gone. I do have a quiet. I need to take a note. Remind me on the third episode, but yeah, there's no proof of these people's bodies around. They're gone.
Yeah, it's just completely
they
vanished.
don't exist anymore
Instantly.
Mark, you can talk about some positives of why you're pissed off that Javonte Williams stole 2 touchdowns for CeeDee Lamb. Go ahead.
I mean, it's just annoying. I benched him in the league, and somebody started him against me. It's the most infuriating experience you can think of. So anyway, yeah, no, I mean, because we have we've talked about a lot trying to get Lost on the show. I don't think we can quite figure out the logistics of actually bringing it on. I really want to bring it on at some point. I bring that show up just to say that was more or less the thing that kind of brought on Damon Lindelof on the scene. Who, as far as I know, he's basically the showrunner for the 3 seasons of the show. Yeah, he is. And that very first moment, very much Damon Lindelof. Damon Lindelof knows how to introduce you to a world and really knows how to kick off a show. Lost, I think, does a very good job of it. Has that legendary plane crash scene. I think Leftovers is very much on that end of just kind of showing that this one really chaotic scene, like in that parking lot, really cool. I mean, Matt mentions the character. I think the thing that I really like about this episode, and that we're going into a dystopian world in which everything is more or less the same, except we went through an event that has just kind of changed everybody's perception of life, so to speak. So like we're going into some like very big and heady things, but I think the show is very smart by just showing you how it affects this one singular family. We are keeping our attention on this one family and how it affected every single one of them. And I think in itself, like that is really smart. It kind of it helps at least narrow your focus and kind of like keeps you like engaged at least on like a in terms of like I want to say microcosm, but I don't think that's the right way to use that word. But like just like it in itself, just kind of putting like like a small spotlight on this kind of big thing.
Mark, you may want to like drop and come back. Your audio's a little bit like spatty, and you're like breaking. So just to give you a heads up. I think that is interesting because like the microcosm of like this is a bigger event than just this town.
Yeah.
But like if this town is feeling it, can you imagine like bigger cities, bigger play like so like if they're struggling, good lord, like it's gotta be a lot. I think the acting is good. I think the acting is good because I want to switch a little bit, like not just the positives, but I want to go a little bit on the negative side. I just the problem I know is I have a runway, right? I know where the end of this is going. I know that I only got 28 episodes. That's just a fact. So where it goes, loudest car in the world. I know where it goes. So my not my question, but my only concern really in the situation is like they don't explain a lot, but like how much time are you going to spend to tell me like what's happening with people? You know what I mean? Like the group in all white. What we doing? Like, and I'm going to be honest with you. 3 episodes in, what are we doing? I still don't know. And they always show up at like the most like times. So like are they supernatural? Like all these people like a little bit like that. Like I just feel disconnected on that aspect of it because not saying I know for a fact, it seemed like I'm supposed to hate these people. At least that's what they're portraying. So like you want to talk on that, like, or am I wrong?
I mean, yeah, you're talking about the guilty remnants, so which are the people in like the white outfits going around smoking and just kind of like stalking people, and like you kind of get the impression like that their main goal is just to like everyone is like it's been 3 years since it happened and people are starting to kind of get on with their lives and they're like how can you be getting on with your life, this insane thing happened, all these people are gone and now you're going to try to go about your life like none of that happened, like those people didn't just disappear. No. So that's kind of that, like I said, they're guilty remnants, so they're the ones that are left here and they feel bad about it. Like I said, they haven't really gone too far into like their whys and all that stuff or what their plans are. We know that they have files. They're going around stalking people in the town, just like watching them. They kind of like we see that. I think it's in this episode where they're just stalking Liv Tyler and her fiance or whatever, and eventually kind of just like makes her snap, and then she goes off with them and stuff. So it's just it's yeah. Like I said, they don't give you they don't really spoon feed anything. A lot of it is kind of just you're going to get little crumbs here and there, and you have to piece stuff together.
I mean, yeah, because I think.
Whoa!
Oh, now you sound like an alien.
your internet, like your picture is like freezing, and your audio is like next level. So I don't know what's going on your side. Just I'd leave and come back. But yeah, like I don't fully know like what That's my only problem with. That's the only real is like I don't know what the fuck is going on. Like I'm
Yeah,
sitting there
no.
constantly.
I agree because just watching these two episodes, because like I said, after these two episodes, the first two episodes, I almost tapped out on the show the first time watching these two episodes. So like I said, it's really dense. It's hard. It's you don't really know what's going on, and it doesn't really give you a whole lot of incentive to like push the play button on the next episode, or in my case, come back next week.
Yeah, and like
All right, is it
That's much better.
Okay.
better than what you were sounding, but your internet is still a little spotty. I don't know what's going on.
Okay.
You keep freezing.
We're
But
can't watch the game. All right, just gonna turn it off.
sorry, buddy. The frustration of the overall. I don't know if this is something, but this is what I kind of picked up. Are we supposed to just feel like the frustration of the like character because they're frustrated because they don't have answers, and it's like the audience doesn't have those answers. We're not going to give you the fucking. You're going to find out when he finds out. Like this is what we're at. Like I'm like.
I mean, one of our main character is dealing with not only he feels like his family is splitting apart, and he also doesn't really feel like he's kind of keeping a lid on the situation on his own town, even though he's the police commissioner. So like I would say like we're definitely supposed to feel that on some end.
Yeah, he's definitely struggling, and of course he's drinking. His dad went crazy. His wife left him to join this cult sort of thing, and yeah, he's struggling at this point.
Okay. Any big points that we want to touch on this episode before we move? I don't want to like throw because like the scene in there where he slams the chair in the face. Like, there's so much frustration on all these characters that I'm curious what you guys think. He meets the girl at the bar, right? Isn't that this episode where he's
and
like,
that was the woman who lost the baby at the beginning of the episode. Yeah,
we're
and
still
then,
here.
They have their big Heroes Day celebration thing. We meet Nora. She goes up there and talks because she lost her whole family on the day. She lost her husband and her 2 children instantly.
Right.
They're gone. So she's I guess.
Which is just like an aside for the show, which I think is really funny. It's like, oh, by the way, like her husband or 2 kids, they're just gone. So like, so it sucks to be her.
And then of course the guilty remnants show up to that just to remind everybody again, and that's just a whole big fight, which is what the Garvey he told the mayor, this is what is going to happen if you do this. This town is just like a counter peg, just ready to go. So. But yeah, so I thought that was interesting. But yeah, I don't know if there's, and then of course we get the dogs, all the dogs at the end of this episode.
Yeah, they're not our dogs.
Yeah, they're not our dogs.
We
know.
Apparently,
we know that
if a dog sees a person just vanish into thin air, apparently they just snap and they can't deal with that.
Well, there was a whole sequence with like a guy like paying entrance to go somewhere else. Like,
yeah. That's the Holy Wayne of it all. Over in another area, we have this kid taking somebody to see Holy Wayne, and that's I don't love that part.
I mean, if you want to talk about true negatives, that feels like a thing. That part just kind of feels like it sticks out like a sore thumb. I think I think it goes in a better direction by the next episode, just because I feel like they kind of throw a little bits in there, just kind of color in like who the guy is really. So I think we kind of at least get there. But like we just showing up to like this ranch and like this guy, like it's like really weird.
The show had me like this, like what the fuck, and then this happened. I was like, is this the same show? What are we doing?
That's like even like a different state or something.
I would assume. Like I was like, wait, I thought we were just in this town. Why are we?
I mean,
okay,
it's a good reminder that Peter Berg directed the pilot, because we see him at that point. So it's like, oh, I guess Peter Berg directed this. Okay, he's got to put himself in everything.
Okay, I think we can move on to episode 2, right?
Okay, I think so.
You guys,
I think we covered it pretty good.
So episode 2 is Penguin 1, Us 0. Kevin goes to see a therapist after he has some unsettling encounters. Meg makes a decision about her future. Tom and Christine are left in a dicey situation, and Jill and Amy are interested as to where Nora is. So once again, a lot of characters doing a whole bunch of stuff.
Yeah, let me tell you, the confusion's still here. It just, we got more characters, and I really don't know like what the point is. I'm so dumb, but like, I get you're gone. I get people left. This is 3 years later.
Yeah.
Why are we still like fucking all confused still and not living normal? Like, I'm not saying it's quick to rebuild when you lose everybody, but like, what we're doing? Like,
Cody would not be part of the guilty remnant.
I think he might be a part of the guilty remnant. He's sitting there. What's the point of everything?
Like, what's the point? Like, they're not coming back. It's been 3 years. Let's figure some shit out. Why are we gonna look like animals here? Like, what are we doing?
The Avengers couldn't deal with it for 5 years, and they made everybody come back.
Jesus, I'm like, what?
I do like
These
Mark said,
fuckers pop up every time. Like, these people in white just appear. And you're like, why are you here? Are you God? Are you angels? You're dick angels that have tobacco problems. Like, you're all smoking every time we see you. I thought we were in an episode of Mad Men.
Yeah, like Marcus said, but at least the Holy Wayne story did get a little more interesting. They have the whole FBI tracking him down. He's like, what is this guy into that he's got the FBI? And when they raid his place, they aren't playing around. They're just going in there, just killing everybody, trying to get to this guy. And then we see the kid gets away with the girl to protect her and stuff. But the one thing that I really thought was interesting in this episode is kind of spending some more time with Nora, and kind of they get to see what her job is, where she has to go around and like do questionnaires with people who lost people. She has to ask like 100-something random questions before they can get like a benefit for the people that disappeared, which I guess is
what I'd probably be doing. Like,
yeah, that'd be you, buddy.
Which I guess that's just kind of the government's way to try to find if there's any like commonality between the people that vanished by asking those just like totally weird, obscure questions to see if they get any hits.
Yeah, a lot of people would be upset with me asking if their Down syndrome son was sexually active.
Like, I'm sorry, I have 95 more questions.
So Liv Tyler, is his wife?
No, it's the other lady, the
lady like who's doing all the stuff with her.
Yeah, the one that takes her out into the woods to cut on the tree.
Yeah,
that's his wife. Yes. Yeah.
So when he stands, is that in this episode? Yeah, he stands there and like, let me see my like.
Yeah, when he goes there after he's been drinking a little bit and beats up the one guy.
He sees her, right?
Yeah. I mean, he knows that she's there.
But how is she popping up everywhere?
I mean, they walk around.
This might be a bro. I may have just figured something.
Okay.
Are
these people in white stuck in between?
No.
No,
they're just people.
They're just people.
Don't you fucking dare look at me and go, no. They would make perfect sense if they're popping up random places.
They're walking to places.
Yeah,
it's a small town.
Wait, hold on.
One guy goes outside his back porch. She's sitting there. What are you talking about?
I gotta call a timeout here. Did you think like they had like teleportation powers or something? Like what were you thinking here?
Okay, let's do some. Okay, we're
gonna break it down.
I'm glad you live in Texas because I would put my hands on you right now. What I'm saying is, they end up showing up at every character that we're end up dealing with randomly.
Yeah,
we don't see them walk places. There are moments. It's in the next episode, but there are moments that people go outside and they're there. People pull up to a thing. They're standing there. They're always there. They don't move anything. So you're telling me the weird thing that I'm going to grasp to that you think these people could teleport? I don't know. The show where people.
I mean, the show's not in real time. This isn't 24, so I mean, stuff happens over like a day.
But why would you just appear?
Like, I don't
Because the camera turns and they're there.
like.
They
Why
were there
are
the
they
whole
there?
time.
Why are they there? Why are they there?
Because they're stalking these people.
Like
They
part
gave them
of
all
me was,
dossiers of the people they're following.
So you're saying what I'm saying is crazy.
Not necessarily.
I'm not sure what you're implying about the guilty remnant. Honestly, yeah, I'm.
The three genres underneath this on IMDb: psychological drama, supernatural fantasy.
All right. I just there's nothing supernatural about the guilty remnant.
Okay.
I feel like that'll help you out immensely.
Yeah,
There's nothing
You don't
weird
need
about
to
that.
dig
No,
too
that's
deep into
fine.
that.
That
Yeah,
helps.
they're just people.
That helps.
Yeah.
It's
So
a
they're
small
just
town.
cunts.
They're just walking
They are
around.
just cunts.
Oh
That's
yes,
what we are.
definitely. They are
Total
definitely
assholes.
cunts.
Which we
They are
we're
going
gonna
around just
They
torturing
are
this
not
town.
sent by God.
No,
Okay.
no.
but I mean they might think they are, but
That's fine. That's fine.
I don't think they believe in God.
no.
I'm
Yeah,
on. Wait, because isn't the first episode they walk out and they hold up those signs, or is it this episode?
that was the first episode at the Heroes Day thing.
Yeah, and they brawl. They just
Yeah,
whoop ass. That's where his wife gets beat up.
Yeah, because they're pretty much of the mindset of
Okay.
what are you all doing? None of this matters. We should all just be dead. Why are you guys just trying to keep living your lives?
That's a fucking dumb mentality. My ass is like, they're gone.
Yeah,
Let's
I
start doing
I don't
shit.
think anyone's like rooting for the guilty remnant.
I would not be a part of that group
mean,
at all. Fuck you.
I mean, in this episode, like the glasses lady gets, like the cherry Slurpee thrown at her.
Yeah, this town
fair.
is pretty much fed up with them at this point. They're just always
fair.
there, just
Okay.
being a nuisance.
You know what? That will help me that I don't believe they're supernatural. Perfect.
Yeah.
Move on. Young Margaret, what's her name?
Oh, Margot Qualley. Oh, yes,
Yeah.
Yeah.
she's great.
Yes,
She gives a fantastic. I don't know how old she was at this point. I don't know when the show came out. But
like, do you think that spin the phone game is like a real thing that teenagers play?
Holy shit! Are you out of your mind? I'm telling you right now, my daughter is going to be in the basement. She'll start me. When I went to school, it was spin the bottle we kissed. You're telling me you can spin and choke and fuck? What? Excuse me?
It's
like,
advanced a little bit.
And like, she's like, oh my god, and the guy's just laying there, like, you gonna choke me or not? I'm like, what the fuck are we doing?
You mind if I jerk
So
off?
everybody,
Are you gonna
people
choke me?
left. So people left. You mind if I jerk off? What the fuck, man? So we're saying you got your parents. People got taken from you, and you're like, oh, why not live it? Oh, and the girl goes, sorry. You can say, like, it seems like there's a blood. It's like Hunger Games. You have to fucking fuck. Like, what? Wild. But I think she gives a really great performance. Like, she has a like emotional arc for like a kid. I'm guessing she's a teenager. It would make sense.
Yeah, she's a teenager, and of course, her mom has abandoned her.
Yeah, mom's abandoned her. Dad doesn't know how to fucking handle her. He doesn't know how to handle himself. Be a cop in this town sounds like the worst fucking thing of my life. But let's talk positive. I went on a tangent thinking that they're angels in between heaven and earth. So proceed.
That is one of my favorite parts. When the mayor like goes to the police station and she sees that he has all the stuff on the wall about the guilty remnant. It's like, oh, I should have never told you to watch The Wire. I was like, he took the drinking lesson from McNulty too.
He would have been tackling Jameson's and Heineken if he was really.
What else was this episode?
I mean. Oh, because one thing I did kind of like about this episode, because very much prepared to be annoyed about this when I first watched it, was we tackled right away whether or not the guy shooting the dogs was real or not. I'm glad we just got that completely out of the way, and honestly, we gave it a much more interesting bit that he actually is a real person that people are seeing him just kind of pal around with every now and again.
Yeah, because it does get a little out there with the whole he's like missing time and stuff, where he's just waking up and his house is like wrecked and stuff.
Which I will say this. That is more where the supernatural element of this is coming in, at least where how crazy is Kevin gonna get as the season goes. You know, just like, which him thinking, oh God, am I going crazy like my dad? let me bring some peanut butter so he can tell me when he started to go crazy.
And this is we see Scott Glenn as his dad in this episode. He's in like a, I don't want to say a mental institution, but he's definitely being taken care of now.
You don't want to be insensitive and call it the loony bin.
I mean, it looked like almost the place that Junior was in Sopranos.
Yeah,
he still had money.
Is anybody else?
I don't know. There's not like a ton, because this is definitely one of their downer episodes. I would say that this is definitely the episode like we kind of got to get to other stuff. We more or less just learn stuff here.
I just feel like I'm so fucking depressed watching this show.
Yeah,
it's such a downer to like. I'm glad I started with this, but I was just like, guys, like I feel like I guess that's the point of it. But why the fuck do you just watch a show that you're fucking depressed watching?
I mean, I do it a lot.
I mean, it's pretty bad when Succession is like the most happiest go lucky show that we're watching this season.
And I had a lot of fun. You guys, a perfect example. I think we can just go.
I think we're good.
Yeah,
I think we're going to talk a long time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So episode 3 is 2 boats and a helicopter. Reverend Matt is struggling with people referring to the departed as heroes. He is faced with death threats and a diminishing attendance at his sermons, and then finds out he may lose his church due to foreclosure.
This episode fucking rocks. Holy shit.
Yeah, once I saw this episode, I was like, okay, the show, you have me. I'm here to the end.
Now, if it doesn't live up to like where we're at, I'm going to be a little pissed off. Because like that's a concern. Like, but like, because this, granted, is a very one-off episode. It feels like, you know what I mean? Like, we're not with any of the other characters really. They're all the same.
I mean, in the bigger picture, this episode doesn't really mean anything.
Yeah, and we didn't really meet this guy in the first 2 episodes. Like, we don't know about him.
He's in there a little bit, but not the focus.
Yeah, well, he's very few. But like, we learned that he was at the place where he was at when the baby got taken, the kid, the dad, his wife. So that's a question on the initial part. Like, she crashed the car, like, so that's why she's stuck like in between. Like, she didn't get vanished, or she was.
The car, a car crashed into her, which someone vanished from that car, and she just got hurt in the car accident.
Yeah.
So that's her condition now. Yeah,
I thought she was stuck in between.
And I think like kind of I feel like I just got this from this time watching the guy in the car was a judge.
Oh, was that?
Okay. I believe so. I believe that was what the guy who was in the car was the judge that he found out was like taking bribes, and that's how he started
sent him off on his whole mission about they weren't all good people. You can't say this is the Bible thing, because this is. There were some bad people that went away with the good people.
Yeah, so basically his whole crux is like he is working he's doing the church, he's doing the sermon, but in the meantime, in between, telling everybody the gospel, he is writing reports about the people that vanished, about how some of their horrible acts. So it's like, hey, your loved one is gone, rest in peace, but they were a fucking cocksucker that like sexually assaulted children and God knows what. Like,
Yeah.
and then we
I
know
mean,
that right off the bat because the guy comes in and beats the living shit out of him at the pew, and like, and he
I mean,
doesn't want to press charges, which is hilarious.
how he convinces that pit boss to like give him information on like
Oh,
that
yeah.
dude that would steal money. He's like, let me tell you about your niece and how she's with this guy.
So I think the main verse is like his battle to like he has to come up with $135,000, a dollar more, he can keep his church.
Yeah.
So this man goes on a mission to basically hunt down the stuff for his church. There's an offer in, cash offer. He has to do this. So if he can get it by the end of the day business the next day, he can get his thing. So he goes for the motions. He meets up with his daughter. His daughter is like, I'll give you, like, I thought about this money. No, fuck you. What if we give it and you stop writing those
Oh, no,
publications?
that's his sister. Yeah.
Oh, sister.
Yeah,
Sister.
yeah.
Sorry. Not daughter. Sorry. Sister. What if you write it and it's like, oh, what the like, you know, like, seriously, this is causing problems. Like, you need to stop this. Like, that's what I'll do. But he ends up getting
Then
money.
he does one of the most cold-hearted things too. When she says she won't give him the money, is then he tells you, "Oh well, your husband who vanished, he was cheating on you." But you know,
Yeah.
I would never tell that to anybody. This is like such a dick move.
So she doesn't give him money, right?
No,
She
no.
so he ends up finding some money, right?
Well, he does in the backyard of the Garveys. The father who was the sheriff buried the money they got from the judge, and he said that you deserve this, so he left it there. And I think that was a really cool scene too, because he sees when he goes back to dig it up, he sees the wife is just sitting on the swing set, just watching the house. It's like two people who shouldn't be in this backyard just meet up and they agree, hey, I wasn't here, you weren't here.
But you understand why I thought that may be just a little supernatural.
Well, I mean, he just walks in the backyard. She's probably been sitting there for a while smoking a cigarette.
We don't know that though. The editing process makes it seem like they just appear. I'm sorry, that's terrible editing. Maybe a walk, maybe her traveling, man. Maybe they show up this. I don't know, but don't make her on the fucking swing set as soon as he opens the thing. He's like, son of a bitch.
I think that's more to give you, like, if you were living there and you turn around, those people are just suddenly there, and they've been doing this for
and
like
that's
2
fine.
years. Yeah.
But when this show tells you fucking nothing, witches, So, anyways, he ends up taking the money to a casino.
Because when he was at the casino before, he saw the pigeons on the roulette table there, and then when he's heading to the casino, he sees the red light is blinking 3 times for him. So, like, oh, God is looking out for me.
Because he goes home to his wife. He, like, lays there and he looks up and he sees, like, this thing. He's like, wait a minute. I think I have it. And he just gets up and goes, poor wife sitter is there. Doesn't get paid for
weeks.
Doesn't get paid for weeks. Says, hey, I only need you for 4 hours. I'll double it. I'll be back. No problem. Like, just go. So he goes to the casino. He puts it on there first. I think he wins 20,000, right? So it's up to 40,000 total.
He has 20.
He starts with 20,000.
Right.
And he goes up to
so
40.
He bets 20. He goes to 40. He puts it back on. They get the pit boss approval. Bet red, and then goes up to 80, and then he looks, and then
he's got these other guys who are coming. It's like, oh, hey, let's get on this. The one girl
bets against him. She bets against him. He's like, no. She $160,000 cash, gets it, money in hand.
And just the reaction, because you don't get to see the ball hit. You just see his face, and then it just lights up with a smile. It's like, it's a miracle. Got 3 reds in a row on the roulette table.
So all of a sudden, and then he goes to the thing. He gets in his car, and basically, the guy shows up.
You knew that as soon as that guy came to the table, like, they're going to steal his money. But what you don't expect is that he's going to fight back and he gets his money. You thought, oh, this
Fucking
show, he's going to lose
bashes
his
his
money. That's it.
fuck. He gets beat up on something, and then I was like, you keep that, I'll take the rest." He gets the shit knocked out of him, but he gets the fuck up and grabs him and just starts bashing his head into the ground, and the girl's screaming, and you're just like, oh, he's gone.
Oh, he's got this money.
He's fucking
He's going to go
gone.
save the day, save his church.
Goes back, does a thing. One of the people are walking and gets so he like puts the money back.
And remnant people, so he goes to help them.
And fucking a rock guy comes around and fucking pops him in the forehead. And then this fucking wild dream sequence of like him showing up to the church.
The dream. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh yeah. That's unless that really happened.
I mean, he didn't actually get lit on fire.
I was about to fly out of this fucking chair if you told me that was real. And I was
no. I forgot about the dream sequence.
You can get me on the people in white. You can't get me that his hands are not on fire. But like wild dream sequence, the people in white like are the guilty remnant are out there, and they're like, "Oh yeah, come to think." He's in bed. He's like, he feels his hands like catching on fire. He wakes up. Oh shit! He's got a bandage. Runs. Goes through. He's like, I just called the bank. Gets to the bank. And then,
gets to the bank that closed like 2 minutes ago. He's like, I got it. Let me in.
I have the money. I waited as long as I could. You came in Monday. It's Thursday. It's been 3 fucking days.
He was in the hospital.
Made the money, did everything he needed, put the money back in the like places like the whatever where he took it originally, covered all his tracks, and literally it's been 3 days. Your church is sold. He walks outside, and they're painting the building white, and the guilty remnant bought the building.
The people that he stopped to save.
Insane episode. I have 0 complaints from this episode. I think this is like arguably in TV one of like a perfect one-offs. Mm-hmm. His acting is impressive.
Oh yeah.
The overall story, like the run, like in that day and age, a guy that couldn't pay his, got the church taken from him. He doesn't even have close to 135,000. He can't even pay the people watching his wife. And then, honestly, I'm telling you how fucking sad this sad sack show is. This motherfucker makes the money God gives him, and then he fucking misses the thing by 3 fucking days. Crazy.
And all because he just like it's in his nature to help people. It was in his nature to like help the people that were trying to rob him.
Yeah, he helped the people that ended up taking his church. that fucking look. If he would have just saw him get the stuff thrown at him, just kept on driving, gone to the bank, he'd still have his church. But I mean, that's crazy. I love at least that part, especially like it. I mean, because we mentioned like, there's a lot of religious themes where like this episode's like not even kind of trying to hide it. I love how in the end they basically put him in that same position from his sermon at the beginning. It's like, hey, how would you react if you got exactly what you wanted from God, but it didn't mean anything? Like you're still kind of in the worst spot. Well, not necessarily, because he can pay his he can pay his provider lady now. Like she's gonna get
at least she's gonna get paid.
He's gonna get paid. All the back pay, and he's probably got to drop like an extra couple thousand just because she sat there for 3 days. I mean, like, where the fuck?
Oh, geez, yeah. I didn't even think about that. I hope she sat there for 3 days.
I mean, you got to be a real asshole to leave a lady that can't do anything, like just sitting in the bed. Like she seemed like an all right gal.
He was acting kind of crazy. He called me in the middle of the night and said, "Hey, come and watch her. I'm gonna solve all this." And then he disappears for 3 days. I'm like, he's not coming back.
we don't see what happens with her, but that's incredible. Like another late thing, and like at least he has the money to pay her.
Yeah. Like Mark said, he's gonna have to give her some bonus money. That's for sure. But, I mean, that's kind of at least a lot of the leftovers, kind of in a nutshell. Is like just when you think something good is happening, Just wait.
And like I kind of reverted back, like breaking down that episode, but I think like this one needed like a breakdown of like where we were going, because there was like those moments it's so crucial to the
I think
timeline
there's
of
just so
this
much
episode.
about the episode that we love that you just had to talk about it.
Yeah, that was pretty bad. There's the only episode I liked from the show. I'm so excited.
Well, like I said,
but
when I first watched it, I almost gave up after those first 2 episodes, so I can understand why you were having trouble getting through them. But yeah, like I said, this episode, I was hooked from here on out. So
It's also, I will say, whenever we do get into it, it is very Lost.
Mhm.
Lost love these like kind of character-centric episodes.
yeah,
Just kind of put people like on this kind of
you're talking
weird
a
one
big
episode
game
path.
about Lost. You're giving the big game like Lost is coming at some point. Relax.
I'm just saying there's a lot of similarities like with Leftovers and Lost. Not a ton, but like Lindelof kind of does his Lindelof things, for better or worse. I will also say that for better or worse, the show is very Lindelof.
yeah.
That's fair. Okay. I think we're going to another show. Trying to find where I don't have as dark as I can get. But like True Detective. I'm trying my best. I don't know what to tell you.
All right,
Okay,
so
okay, right there. That one. That's
oh yeah, that's nice. Yeah,
dark blue. Yeah,
that's kind of a little bleak. Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna copy the color so I remember to because I just randomly clicked. So I know I won't get there again. So okay. Yeah. Go ahead.
All right, so this is episode 1, True Detective: The Long Bright Dark. In 2012, former detective partners Rust Cole and Martin Hart recap one of their very first cases together involving a serial killer back in 1995. So I want Mark to start off on what he loves about this episode.
Holy shit! Star-studded.
Oh yeah.
I mean, yeah, they got Kevin Dunn, and they got who else? They got the dad from Stranger Things, and
I've never seen one episode of Stranger Things, so I can't tell you who that is. So.
I mean,
I heard the show sucks after like season 2, so don't bring it on the show. Thank you.
I think it was the Zach Galifianakis on the Between Two Ferns show where he asked McConaughey, is like, when you and Woody Harrelson film a scene together, are you worried that somewhere there's a sack not being hacky?
but yeah, no, this is. I like to tell you I wasn't hooked immediately. I would be lying to you. Like I see like the rumbling out there, like some guy like doing some stuff, and then like I just see like a crazy looking Matthew McConaughey having to talk to these detectives. Like, okay, I'm in. Like, I don't know where this is gonna go. Like, it's gonna be some wild stuff. I'm in. Doesn't matter.
Take my money.
I mean, I will talk about the chemistry between these two actors and the performances of McConaughey and Blair Harrelson a lot. I think it shines out immediately here. They we kind of get. I feel like they were really smart in bringing on the really weird guy in Russ Cole, and then the kind of normalish guy to kind of round him out in Marty Hart. In a lot of ways, I'll bring that up a lot because in a lot of ways it's the secret superpower of the show. It's something that really gets us off to a good start, especially when Harrelson is like, I can't. You are saying some wild ass shit, dude. I just need you. I need you.
Finally, my favorite quote from the show that I've never seen the show, but it's been quoted. My wife quotes it to me. I quote it to my wife all the time. I just want you to stop saying odd shit.
And then he immediately follows it up with, "I don't sleep. I just dream."
I can sense it in me.
The side eye he gives him after he says that.
So what we see, I think the pros of this is I missed the 2012 thing for one. I don't know what I was doing. I guess it was the text at the bottom. I didn't know what year. I didn't remember hearing years right off the bat.
Mhm.
Like it didn't pick up to me because I'm trying to guess everything. But I see fucking Willie Harrison looking normal and actually a fucking disheveled fucking. He just got finished Dallas Buyers Club or something. Like, let me tell you, they look very eerily similar. But then I'm seeing them like, oh shit, and then they go basically flash back to this woman like with the antlers and like sitting there as they're working a case, and I was like, holy shit, what the fuck happened to Matthew? Like Matthew, but like they play like this weird cop dynamic where the chemistry is not there at all,
Hmm.
but it works so well together.
Yeah,
So
it's like the odd couple.
yeah, like overall, like he like it definitely feels like Woody Harrelson like status quo, went through the cycle, knows what he's doing, blah blah blah. And here comes the fucking wild card, like absolute wild card. Who knows what he's going to do at any point? So I thought that was a real plus of this episode. I thought it was pretty drastic, like when they see the victim like that, and they're like, "Oh, wow." Um, and then they like kind of their like breakdown of what it could possibly be, and him like examining it, but Woody like going through the motions, like knowing like, oh well, we checked this stuff, probably a prostitute, but like he examines the body and like knows she's been on her back, like he knows more than cops would let on right away. It seems like I don't know if anybody else got that when I was watching it, but like how he broke it down, like he's seen some fucked up shit in his time or has done some fucked up shit in his time. Tune in to later episodes where I finally reveal if I'm right or wrong on that. But yeah, I don't know what you guys feel about that, but like you could definitely feel like the polar opposite instantly.
Yes, man, that's definitely my favorite part of the episode, is just the interaction between the two guys. I think they just perfectly vibe together. I love Woody Harrelson in the future. He describes him as he would pick a fight with the sky if he didn't like the shade of blue. But yeah, I think really kind of what really brings the show together, just the interaction between the two of them, just kind of the side stuff in between. And we get the stuff where he's trying to get him, or his wife's trying to have him come out to dinner and stuff like that because he's your partner and stuff, and that gets a little bit crazy. But yeah, the mystery part of it, at least in the 1995, it's still in the early stages of it, so we don't really know what's going on. That's more in the later episodes where they go around interviewing people, but then you get the big reveal at the end of why they're talking to these two guys in 2012 is that they found like a similar body MO sort of thing, but they're like, you guys said you caught this guy in 95, so what's going on now? So I don't know if they're suspecting that McConaughey might be maybe snapped and maybe he's gone crazy doing stuff, or who knows. That's why they're so interested in his process. Yeah. So it's a really great first episode.
Yeah, brother Mulzone has some questions. Like he doesn't quite understand like what's going on.
Yeah, I thought this was one way.
Yeah, there's going to be a few wire actors popping up.
Yeah, I don't think there's a ton to like overall breakdown in this episode. Like, I think it's a very like interesting starting point where we're going. It's kind of just the beginning of like an investigation and like learning these characters.
Yeah.
Why I was in it, I'm really having a damn good time. Like,
it's a lot of that, and also just setting the mood. Like. Cary Joji Fukinawa does a very good job of just setting up like this weird, dark, like backwood like world that we're gonna spend the next 8 episodes in.
Yeah,
and, like really getting in tune with the Bayou hillbilly, if you will.
Gothic, Southern Gothic. So I think we can go on to the next episode probably.
Yeah, anything else, Mark, you want to touch on? Matthew McConaughey chatting up with the ladies in the night.
I mean, I feel like the part I want to get to that happens in that second episode. I mean, I just kind of love. I mean, I love the dynamic just in general. How like just Woody Harrelson just wants to kill him the whole time, especially like when he tries to get him out of that dinner. He's like, "Nah, thanks, I'm good." All right, so hey, you fly fish, right?
Yeah.
And he's like,
Oh,
Yeah, he shows up to the family dinner like wasted.
but I think that's a really good talking point. I think that's actually a really good point because, like, hey, how he like iterates like to himself, or he's like talking to the. I know not to go to that because I knew I was going to drink because it's like what I
Because
wanted
they've
most.
talked a little bit about his backstory where he lost a daughter, a very young daughter, and
Like
the
him
marriage
going
fell
into that
apart.
scenario, him going into that
Yeah.
environment will only put him behind the eight ball because it may seem like a family dinner to you, but to me, it's like what I want and what I crave, and like that's when he shows up fucking loaded, just
Mm-hmm.
gone. Which I thought was a
Preemptive
really,
thinking.
I just thought it was a real interesting like dynamic that we learned from
Mm.
Matthew really early. Like the dude's got some fucked up past.
Yeah.
and then like Monahan realizing that like his kid died, and she's like, hey, how much do you know about him? It's like, honey, you don't want to learn more about this guy, okay? I'm just letting you know. I mean, I did it the one time, and he ended up telling me how he felt like we should all just kill ourselves because the world, just you don't want to go poking in his head, all right?
Okay, I think we can go to the next episode now after we talked about that.
Episode 2, Seeing Things. Cole and Hart travel around trying to track down leads to their case, and darker sides of Martin's personal and family lives are revealed.
Yeah. I do such a horrible job at picking these episodes and watch them and stuff.
You gotta remember, we're watching all HBO shows now. So.
Yeah, and I've heard about this scene. I've definitely heard about the scene. I'm not under a rock. But let me tell you,
I mean, who hasn't?
that's fair.
We've all seen the GIF, all right?
I felt like I was a teenage boy in trouble for something that I didn't do. Because when I heard that doorknob twist, it was my wife coming off. I'm what? Oh, snap. And she's like,
I'm
what?
doing
And I was
important
like,
work here.
nothing big, but like there's just clearly just.
I mean, there's something big.
Yeah, there are cool things right now. But I was like, there is something massive on the screen right now, and I don't want you to. She's like, she's like, I'm glad the door was shut. And I was like, yeah, kids didn't need to see it. But
Don't let the kids see Woody Harrelson.
just want to get that out of the way. Yeah, that's the scene.
Yeah, because that's the whole sequence where Martin's like, yeah, sometimes in this field, you got to clear your head before you can go home. So, yeah, I go to the bar, and then I go cheat on my wife, and then I go home. And I gaslight her.
Yeah, so that's a whole sequence in this episode. It's like he goes home and it's like, what do you mean? You want me to tell you about the girl with the antlers? You want me to tell you about the situation? I come home and I want fucking peace. She's just mad, and she's like, "You're gonna make me feel bad. You want me to be? You're putting me to be the victim." Like she knows so much that you fucked around, like instantly. Like, what are you talking about? So, yeah, we can talk about that. But I thought that moment is just hilarious because he's like, one, he's a real stupid cop. Like he decided to be okay with getting handcuffed. And like she could have just left his ass there and like whatever she wanted, but like yeah, and then he cheats, and that's a whole nother dynamic situation, which sparks a problem with McConaughey and him, like overalls, like. And Woody Harrelson does not like him talking about his wife and the problems ever. Like, he's like,
And McConaughey's just like, all I gotta do is like put a pound of pressure, and I'll snap both your wrists.
I mean, he was just trying. He's just trying to have some conversation. I was like,
Yeah.
oh, so that's Maggie, huh? Okay.
Yeah, let me tell you, Matthew McConaughey, psychopath. He is going to be a crazy guy.
Well, in this episode too, we get even more of his backstory, where we find out that like after he lost his family, he just like went full into undercover work and just bounced from police department to police department, getting put into like deep undercover and with like drug gangs and all that sort of stuff. So He's had a rough
Did the
years.
drug with the call girl, like he's
Yeah.
done it all. He didn't do like the hey, you want to buy some drugs? Like he was doing the drugs, like he was fully in there. But yeah, I can do a pound of pressure up, snap your wrist. What? Oh, yeah.
What else?
But overall, positive for this. We can talk about more and what we're looking at.
No, not because they end up going to that. I mean, that's also where we get the really funny scene where I think he's back with that prostitute he's asking stuff about, which I just find that scene hilarious because that prostitute just really wants to fuck him in that scene, but he's like not interested like at all. Like thought that was hilarious. And then we get into that bunny ranch, which just I thought the murder was going to be the most depressing thing, and then we go into this backwoods brothel we got here.
This hillbilly bunny ranch.
Yeah. Oh, that was something. That was not worth the price of admission. Like at all. That should come with a shot of penicillin if you're going about this.
No, that's extra. But yeah, that's really the interesting part for this episode. I think it's just kind of them just going off and just meeting and talking with these different interesting characters and kind of learning a little bit more and more about the case. So I think this is the one where they go to I think it was the previous one where they go to the house and find the little stick thing in the little shed. And then this one, they go to this church that's just like falling apart, and they see like the mural on the wall of like the figure with like the horns and stuff like that. So we're getting somewhere with the investigation.
I mean, they almost got the case taken away from him when we had that really funny scene with the captain where the captain is like, "God damn it, Cole, just stop, just shut the fuck up, all right?"
I can't think of any more different ways to tell you to shut the fuck
up. They go to that burnt down church, which at the end, I understand this is called True Detective, but is it weird that I'm feeling like I've solved the case? Maybe I'm wrong.
Okay.
Matt McConaughey seems fucking crazy.
Yeah.
I may have been wrong on Dutch.
I mean, listen,
no.
I think he made it very clear he was seeing things in '95, but he stopped seeing things because of all the drugs worn off. So he's good. Just letting you know.
Okay, if that's what we want to go with, that's fine.
I mean, he looks good. Like just look at him.
I don't know, Marcus. They supposedly caught the killer in '95, and now it's happening again.
I mean, I submit it was a copycat.
Mark, breathe before I say this, because you're very defensive of your shows. I don't believe a lot has happened in this show. Like, I feel like the first two episodes are fillers for the most part. But what I will say, this might be the best fucking filler that I've ever seen in a show.
Yeah, this is like definitely a vibe show.
Because not a lot has happened, but enough McConaughey and Woody Harrelson is making me don't care that not a lot's happened.
You just want to spend time with them and watch them on their journey.
Correct, and see where we're going and learn the mundane. It seems like a mundane jail, prison situation. I mean, Woody Harrelson's life clearly is not boring at all. He lives a thoroughly exciting life. Sign me up. No, I'm just kidding. Technical foul. But I'm saying is that is just where we're at, and I think there's not a lot. I don't know many people that just hop off this show after 2 episodes, but if you did, I don't know if this could hook everybody. If that's a fair statement. If you're not feeling
these, no.
That's my own thing.
I think personally, just the characters in itself in the first episode, and there's also the way that one ends, with him in the interview. I don't know how you don't click episode 2 immediately. That's me. If you sit through episode 2 and you're like, man, we barely know this girl's name, and like they're just piecing together like her life at this point. Doesn't really seem like the actual case is going that much forward. I can understand you watching episode 2 and being like, yeah, okay.
Yeah,
Like,
this isn't a Law and Order show. This is
yeah. Like I could understand. I'm not gonna fully disagree with you because I don't really because like the 95 case stuff I don't think really fully picks up until like the end of episode 3.
Mhm.
Because the end of episode 3 is where we get like again. I mean, we get the taste of that this first episode. These guys really know how to end an episode. Like the ends of like of each episode after here are pretty amazing, and like they make it very hard to just stop at that episode. There's many times where I picked up season 1 True Detective and just watched it all in a day because like I could like I wouldn't like I just didn't want to stop it. So
Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah, it's definitely the next episode when we get to. I'm very happy that we have episodes 3 and 4 because episode 4 is a banger of an ending. That's going to be something to look forward to. But yeah,
episode 4 Emmy winner, by the way. Episode 4 Emmy winner and very deserved.
Oh, it won? It
For
won an Emmy?
for directing. That
Yeah.
one
Oh.
episode won the directing Emmy for that.
yeah. There's a sequence in that episode that's probably one of the best things you're going to see on all these shows.
It's very obvious why it won. I'll say.
Okay.
All right.
Holy fuck. Sign me the fuck up. Oh my God.
See, I knew you guys were going to love this show.
Oh. White collar Game of Thrones. Let's fucking go.
So we start off episode 1, celebration. Media magnate Logan Roy shocks his family with a stunning announcement on his 80th birthday. The news shatters his son Kendall, the heir apparent, who's in the midst of negotiating a purchase of a digital media venture. So yeah, Succession.
Holy fuck. Okay. I've never been more on board from a show from Jump Street. Brian Cox is a fucking icon. I just want. I need to set this. This is my favorite part of the show, and I think it should be everybody's favorite part. But I'm going to just go for a little bit of a ramble here. This dude is Kendall. It's Kendall, right?
Kendall,
He's
yeah.
setting up this like fucking deal. He's going back and forth. They're like, you think the guy's like, you think I want these thugs to you guys to come and ruin my company? Fuck off! You're not doing the deal. He's like, he knows his dad's about to hand it off to him. He's like, fuck you. Raise it 1.2. We're gonna pay blah blah. Sits across the table, does all that stuff. Dad pops in at one point. He's like, "Oh, what are you here, Dad? Oh, just sign it. Just sign on here. Sign some paperwork. Blah blah blah." Fucking gets him. He's like, "You're fine. Just housekeeping shit, no problem." Like sits there in the meeting, and then gets everything done. Goes to his party. Says his son said his son couldn't go. Fucking shows up. Gets them all in a fucking room and goes, "Hey guys, here's what we're doing. We're signing off this. It's going to make her the primary of the situation, and I'm going to stay on." The fuck? Kendall was like, "What do you mean you're going to stay on?" I'm like, no, what? This makes zero sense. They go into a room by themselves. And like, you're fucking weak. You're weak. I'm going to stay on because you didn't handle it. I knew you were in a meeting and you let him fucking disrespect you. How the fuck am I going to trust you? And then he's like, "What, you want me to do a dick measuring contest?" Sometimes, son, it is about a dick measuring contest. That's what it is. I'm going to stay on. How many more? 5, 10, however long I fucking want.
Like,
and
you
then
left
you
the
see,
table to come to my birthday party. I
yeah,
would
why
never.
yeah. And you see him clench his fist. He's like, "You want to hit me? Hit me. Go for it." Like, just lays it on the line. And I was just like, where you think like Brian Cox is on his way out, like you get these vibes, you get this feeling, and then all of a sudden he gets all his people in a room and just literally says, "Fuck you all." Like, no, it ain't going the way you want it to go. And literally just fucking put his son in a goddamn blender. Made him sign the paper without knowing what it was. Gets his signature on the thing. Insane moments. Like, and that's just the tip of the iceberg. This whole episode is great. Mark, I talked. You haven't seen it. Talk. Oh,
Yeah,
you took a bite of food.
No, I'm good. I got it. I was finishing up.
Pro.
Yeah, no, like I heard very interesting things. I will say, like, is this like the only other good thing we've gotten from like Adam McKay in like I don't know, like 10 years? It feels like it. Um, I definitely like where we're going, at least from the jump start. With, like getting into this like kind of weird ass family. I mean, I mean, you mentioned you had the Game of Thrones reference there. I do kind of like our jumping off point is like, hey, what if we did Game of Thrones, but let's say Tyrion like just was really bad at what he was doing, like had no idea like how to actually do something. I mean, because I knew him. Like, listen, I'm not super business savvy, but when Brian Cox comes in with that contract and he's like, just signs it immediately, like that is the dumbest fucking thing. Like you're an idiot.
Yep.
Like I don't know what we're doing here.
Why are you
Like,
trusting your father?
And his sister puts him like in the blender too. Is like, well, I need to check it out with my lawyer, obviously.
she's on the
And he was just
helicopter
sitting
just
there.
reading it and just like gives a little head shake.
Yeah. You're right. It's like if Tyrion had no fucking clue what the fuck he was doing. I do want to talk about Ned real fast. Culkin, that man is a one-trick pony if I've ever fucking seen him as an actor. There is no difference between this character in Real Pain versus Money. That's it. He's an irritating prick, and I can't stand him. I just want that on the record right now. Hate him. Not even some of the movies he makes. I love some of the movies he makes. I think he's just a weird actor. So personally, but the family dynamic that they're able to create in this show is what's got me hooked.
Oh yeah.
There's one issue that I like. The Greg character, I'm not really
Cousin
sure how I
Greg.
feel, but I'm not sure how I feel right
Yeah.
now. Like
Yeah.
3 episodes in,
Yeah,
I don't
no.
know how I feel. And what I'll say is, like, these 3 episodes, I would say, like, sure, the other ones are connected, but like this one's like, if you didn't have the HBO logo and let them play, they feel completely like
Oh yeah.
one right after the other. There's no break. It doesn't feel any. It's like it feels like the most connected show we've watched in a really long time. But like the family dynamic that they're able to create, I think it's really interesting. I think Mark, you said something when we were on a call, I think the other day. You're like, bad guy of the week's coming from this show. Is it because he offered $1 million to the kid and then ripped the kid thing up in his face?
Oh, you were so
Is that-
close.
100%. Like I saw that and I'm like, this guy's a fucking maniac. Like I cannot believe he did this to a fucking kid. And to let him get to third base, and then the asshole guy's like, "Oh, sorry, kid, you're out." And like the parents on the sideline, like, "Oh my, run!" And then like he just gets and then Culkin's like, "What? I would have given it to you." But and then honestly, to make matters worse, I thought Brian Cox was maybe going to give him the $1 million because I mean, they're fucking rich. Like they can probably break off like this $1 million. No, he's like,
Well-
"Yeah, you did a good job," and lets him walk away. Fucking dumb.
I mean, he
Like,
gave him the watch that Tom gave him and had him sign an NDA, which I'm
Like
sure that watch probably cost at least a good chunk of change.
I mean, he was gonna give him $1 million, and like he just waved in front of his face.
If
Like
he
it was,
hit a home run, this
Yeah.
isn't charity.
Exactly.
He didn't hit a home run. What are you talking about?
I mean, he wasn't giving this ass $1 million. He just
Oh,
waved
you're
Like,
you
what-
you
if-
like
if
If
just
you would have
play
hit that
for being
home run,
little
I'm sure
peasants.
Logan would have made him give him that money.
you like participation trophies. That's fair. I'm not about that. Okay. But overall, I think the main
I
one.
feel like
my-
I will say this about later episodes. I feel like good old Roman Roy is definitely gonna deserve that crown much later on for his.
Did you turn on
for
the
his
game again?
weirdness. No. Really?
Don't lie. You're
I mean, it
doing
doesn't
again.
sound bad on my end, but
Oh, maybe it's on me. You don't sound bad. I don't know.
I mean, I'm sitting here suffering. I had on a little bit, like watching CD Lamb catch some passes. Now I got nothing. I'm still breaking up. I'd be upset.
oh,
I'm sorry. Sorry, buddy. Sorry. Sorry for your loss. Matt, you haven't really said anything, but you've seen the show. So how
Yeah.
was it like on the first time watching it over again, and then overall your thoughts on the first episode?
Yeah, and just coming back, I'm just so impressed how they're able to introduce all these characters, and they feel so just fully fleshed out, just right from the go. You pretty much have a good feel for all these characters are, and you get to see all the different relation dynamics between everybody. The three siblings, of course, they have their own little dynamics, and they're kind of one-on-one with each other and stuff, and just kind of just seeing them kind of everyone's just going for Logan's approval and stuff as much as they say they don't want it and everything. But yeah, I think this episode does a great job of that. And there's like I said, there's so much just like little funny moments. I love the scene of Logan when Greg is just right there when he comes in the building. They end up having to ride up the elevator together. It's so uncomfortable for him.
I love he gets slammed against the wall. He's like, you got a good security guard. You got a really good security guard.
And then Logan says, like, I told you I didn't want to see anybody in the elevator. I didn't want to have anybody when I come right out the elevator. Everyone's there.
Fucking, oh my god, I about pissed my pants when he's like, hey dad, I got you this present. What is it? It's goo. It's goo, Dad. It's like goo. No, it's a starter.
It's a starter.
No, but I love it. Like, but what is it? It's like old bread, like old bread. Oh, you got me old bread. Great.
It's like, you can make your own bread.
What do you get a guy that's a million, like a billionaire? Like you have nothing, you get some fucking Tupperware container full of sourdough starter. Man, could be at least interested. I think the interesting part too is like they get in the helicopter and the big scene is where he's like, "Hey, you need to sign these things," and he's like, "Doesn't really work for us." They're all like, "No, not gonna sign," and he ends up collapsing, and he is his health is on the fritz, and we don't know where he's going to be. And the guy that they just acquired in the sale, I think it was 1.4 billion, is what they ended up selling for. He ends up thinking, he's like, "Congratulations." What? He's like, "Oh, about the deal? No. Your dad just had a fucking hematoma in the head, and I'm gonna destroy you fuckers from the inside out. Like I'm here, I'm gonna pick you off one by one." And I'm just like, oh my god, he is such a weak fucking like CEO. Like it makes sense why he didn't choose him to be the person to take on the thing. Like it kind of just makes perfect sense. But yeah, his death is his not death, his illness is kind of crazy, and how they all react is pretty. So, what's that girl? The girl, the daughter, her fiance,
Tom. Yeah.
Tom's a fucking weirdo. Tom's a fucking. What if I kissed you right now? Let's kiss her in the mouth.
What if I asked you to
do it now? What? No, just did that. But I do like the dynamic of Greg throwing up in his fucking helmet and his mom going, Go talk to him and get the fucking deal. I'm not sending you any more money. You want me to go to fucking New York City with $20 in my pocket? Or you not? But he ends up making it work.
Oh yeah, and then at the party, he's telling Logan about how his grandpa was like, "Oh yeah, I would do anything for my brother as long as he asks." so you can tell there's going to be some family dynamics there too that we'll get to see later on. So
he actually said "Happy birthday" to you. Like,
oh, did he?
Well, no, not really, but he knew it was your birthday.
He was aware of it.
He was aware. She wrote there like that's pretty cool. So I thought that was really funny. Anything else on Celebration?
I think we covered most of the stuff there.
Yeah, I feel like we got it.
Okay. So that'll bring us to episode 2, Shit Show at the Fuck Factory. While Logan...
I was almost going to give Penguin 1, Us 0 as the best title for this, but then Shit Show at the Fox Factory is just next level.
Oh yeah.
By the way, this
Logan
is
is
how
in
it
the
starred.
hospital.
This is starred on the thing. I didn't do the stars thing.
Oh.
This is the episodes on IMDb.
While Logan is in the hospital, tensions rise when backup plans should be made by the family. So this is pretty much a lot of this episode is just kind of dealing with the fallout of Logan having, I think they said it was a stroke or something like that. And then so pretty much you get the family kind of fighting to figure out what the plan is. They got all the business people saying, you guys need to announce something before the markets open or we're going to be in big trouble. So it's just got all that interesting dynamic. What did you guys think of this one?
Oh, right. Go ahead, Mark.
I mean, like, this episode just kind of feels like a kind of the status quo, probably where we're going to be at for probably the rest of the time. Like, because now we're in the real, all right, how is like all of the dynamics going to work? How is everybody going to try to get one over on everybody like the whole time? We got just what's his face, Strong, just kind of trying to figure out what he's gonna do poorly. I will add, like not doing it well at all. Like
just leaking stuff to the press and everything.
Logan was correct in not wanting him to run the company. Like I'm right there with him. He's not wrong. Maybe bad dad, but good CEO. Then we got like that little weird tug of war between Shiv and Roman of like trying to get like the contracts or whatever, and
From
like
Greg,
he's at the apartment the whole time. He's like, man, who am I gonna get the contracts for? And just like hanging out like in the luxury apartment for a couple hours.
And then this was after Shiv took his last $20 to buy a soda and never gave him the change back.
That's my last 20.
He took a cab over there and trying to get the doorman to pay for the cab.
It's like, I don't know who you are, sir.
I was like, no, she was supposed to call you because like I don't have any more. I was like, I guess
this
you're
is
not
for
going to
you two to work out.
The cab guy's
I
like,
love that he dropped.
Yeah.
I love that he drops the bell too at one point, and like, I'm sorry if I summoned you. I'm sorry. Greg did win me over a little bit more on this episode, but yeah, he was like stuck in the dynamic, like when what I need to think of these characters. I need to get these characters' names down. Roman, when Roman was like, go to the house. While you're at the house, grab one of my dad's used things. Like, he's worn it. Well, how do I know he wore it? Smell it. What do you mean smell it? Like, I just want it. Don't talk to anybody about it. Just bring it and bring those contracts while you're at it. And then they have to deal with like the fallout. Like, news reports are calling that their father died. They're talking about like how the obituary. The daughter, Shiv, is like, how long do we have to release the press thing? Can we just like lie about it for a little bit? Like, we can do a whole statement, no problem. But I think the one is like the mom dynamic, because that is not their mom. That is his second wife or third or whoever. And he's a rich man, so he probably had 12 of them by now. But she's like, he had a brain bleed, pretty bad brain bleed, and they were like, oh, he just needs to stay. There's no operating. And we're like, we're gonna look at more options. And she's like, no, he'll get better here. I'm the first in line. I'm the next to kin. We're doing this. So I was like, look, like, put your foot down. But there's like a standoff almost. Like, there's some tension between the family, and they're trying to decide who the next CEO is while he's down. And they're trying. Kendall is trying to still get it. He's like, I'll just take it. And no one else thinks that's a good idea.
But nobody else wants it really either. At least none of the
Right,
business
yeah.
people.
They're like, Shiv, you take it well. She's never done anything in business. And he's like, well, you're a coke addict. You have this problem. You do this. I'm not saying that for me. I'm acting like dad. And I think I'm doing a good job of what he would say at this moment. I was dead on that moment. Yeah, I think I covered it pretty well.
Yeah, and I think it's crazy that they finally at the end decide that Kendall is going to be the CEO and Roman's going to be the COO. And then the Jerry pulls Kendall aside, like, oh, by the way, the company's got a huge $3 billion debt. So welcome aboard. Oh.
Yeah, you're ruining the happy moment right now. Sorry, those are the facts. Don't jump. Like, don't jump.
If the stock drops down too low, we're going to be in trouble.
Yeah, and when he's like, "Don't jump," I almost pissed my pants. Like, he also like ruthlessly before he has this stroke or this brain bleed, he ends up firing the Frank guy that's been with him for like 30 years. He's like, "There's a press release, you'll see it." Like, he's like, "You'll be taken care of," and it's like, "What the fuck? Are you kidding me?" He's like, "Yeah."
And then they go to him to try to make him CEO, and he's like, "No, I'm not coming back."
Shiv also was like, I just went on record. I think this is a fucking horrible idea. Everybody else seemed like this is we're in agreement. I think this is a terrible idea.
Yeah, I agree with Shiv. This definitely should not.
That is horrible.
I mean,
one, how Roman is anywhere near any of this is crazy to me. Like,
I mean, like I'm sitting there, like I mean, I mentioned very much like the last episode how much I dislike Roman. That definitely continues from here on out. Honestly, I feel like watching it, he kind of feels like Pete to me, except I don't have fun watching him. Like for whatever reason, I can't explain it. I'm not gonna try to.
Yeah, good. You can't.
He just weaselly.
I had fun. I had fun watching Pete. And for whatever reason with him, like you remind me of Pete, but I feel like if I was ever in a room with you, I'd kill myself. Like this feels like you feel like just the worst person ever imaginable.
That's also fair. I think that basically breaks down that episode to
I think so.
right?
Yeah, I think so.
I guess there's a little bit more. Kendall is like his ex-wife stops off the kids.
I didn't
and
really
they like have a whole
Kendall's ex-wife stuff.
Yeah, they have a little bit of weird connection.
They got
but he's like, let's go to dinner. Well, are you dating somebody? I am. At least this one's not snorting coke off the kids' iPads. And look,
you got me there.
I'm fucking with you.
It was
ma'am,
a joke.
Ma'am, didn't feel like a joke. We're all here. Little fucking mean. I'm gonna be also a little fucking.
Well, maybe don't snort coke off your kids' iPads.
I'm also fair, man. I'm just saying. It seemed a little mean spirited, if you want my honest opinion. Yeah, but we can go to Lifeboats.
Okay, so episode 3, Lifeboats. As their first act as CEO and COO, Kendall and Roman try to dig the company out of financial mess. Meanwhile, Marcia prevents the family from seeing the recovering Logan.
Oh, I guess the episode does end the last episode with his eyes opened.
Yeah, his eyes kind of open at the end, so he's alive.
So yeah,
that would not be good if he was just gone after the first episode.
Yeah, I fucking turned off the show. I would have fucking done. Fuck this show. I don't get Brian. I get Brian. This is like Last of Us, less Pedro Pascal. I get one episode. Nah. Yeah, but the positives. Kendall and his ex-wife end up banging. They end up having dinner. They end up going out. The stock price is plummeting to an all-time high. And if it falls below a certain number, that $3 billion or whatever is due, or whatever the payment is due instantly. So they're just watching the stock market. Does Roman improve for you on this episode at all? Mark, just asking.
No, not at all.
Did you just like when he just like jerked off all over New York City?
I mean that.
Or
Yeah.
he could took off his shirt and made it a shirtless party. Like we got to go shirtless.
Like that, and like he was like kind of playfully saying like he was maybe gonna sue the trainer guy for working him out too hard, and I'm like, you are just a fucking prick. Like he brought me to your office like at 5:30. He's like, hey, I'm thinking about suing you. What if I just throw a bunch of Ivy League lawyers at you?
We've definitely established he likes playing with normal people.
And
He's a gigantic ass. Like he's gonna make for a very interesting watch. Fuck, do I hate him? He's going on this rare trajectory with like TV characters who like I cannot stand the side of you right now.
I'm going to be interested to see if Mark flips the other way on Roman by the time the show's over.
It's kind of weird that Mark never is this passionate for a hatred of a character. Really.
Yeah, I can't think of a time he's hated a character. Maybe somebody.
He's always like the defender. He's always the defender of these. I get what you're saying, but not so bad.
You know, in fact, I'm going to go out. I'm going to pull a Mark and say by the end of the show, Mark, you might be on Team Roman. I don't know. I don't know really.
Let's see what happens. Like I don't believe you. This guy is what the general what seems to be the general theme of this show. But, what you were more correct on your last call. Like so, maybe you're right here.
Right now, Tom and Roman are like tied head for head for characters that just annoy the piss out of me when they're on screen. Tom literally talked to Shiv's vagina today. That was like, God, it was like, oh, I'd like to schedule a meeting. Maybe when she's not around. You're weird. You're weird. No, Tom, you're weird. I promise. Your
Tom
dad
just thinks he's funny.
He proposed when her father had a brain
Oh yeah, we skipped
hospital.
over that part in the last episode.
And she's like, the answer is yes, but let's not do it here.
Maybe not the best time.
Like, yeah, so he's fucking weirdo. But yeah, Shiv is not not allowed to see her father because her father is now back home. The mom's kind of blocking him out. He says it's for the best wishes. Like he doesn't want you, but like she's like, motherfucker, bitch, you ain't my mama. I'm gonna go see my dad if I want to. And that's an issue that they end up fighting on that. Kendall fucking dumbass. He's like, we need a slogan. How about go fuck yourself? I'm like my dad. I'm going to be a little bit thing. He's like, that's a little too strong. And then he gets on the phone with the bank and he's like, oh, fuck off, man. The radio silence for 20 seconds.
Yeah, he broke the golden rule on that one. Like anybody in sales know, hey, who the first person to talk loses. Like he should have sat there for 15 minutes, like waiting for somebody to say something.
I love just how cocky he is and how horrible of a job he's doing.
Yeah, it's horrible where he doesn't have any like, and he's like, I'm not a really fan of the foul language. How about we have a person in between us to talk, and hangs up. I'm just like, geez, could you have fucked this up anymore? And his advice, they're like, doesn't listen to his advisor at all. Like, it's just crazy. Yeah, I think it was just Kendall's the lead, and they're in a meeting. Kendall like gives this good like message of like, "Hey guys, we need to be cutting edge of movies, things like this." Like fucking corn, VR, like all this stuff. Like, no, not
corn
that.
is not a lifeboat.
And
I did like how he just kept using the words like Titanic. Disaster. Like, no, I said lifeboat. The lifeboat.
Yeah, he gets out of the meeting and they're like, he's telling us all we're heading for a iceberg. I said lifeboats. I said lifeboats, not iceberg. Oh, that was really funny.
I think my favorite part of this whole episode was when it's Greg's first day at the office, so he has to watch the orientation video, and it's talking about how big diversity and inclusion is. As the camera pans over, you see like 20 white guys walking out of a meeting.
Right. Shiv does. Go ahead. Sorry.
I just want to ask a quick question. Like, and maybe we're going to because she did the background check in this one. Did
Yeah.
she find out anything about that? So just having trouble remembering.
I think he got some stuff back to her, but nothing really sounded like too crazy.
Okay.
I don't think, yeah.
I was
And I think
curious.
that's kind of when she goes and storms in afterwards to like, I'm gonna go see my dad. And
Yeah.
might not have been the best call on her part.
It's like, hey, I love you, and then grabs her hand and puts it down as crying. Like, what?
I have to assume he didn't know who she was at that point. He was kind of out of
I would assume that as well. He didn't seem like that kind of father unless we learned
this
something
isn't quite
later.
that kind of Game of Thrones.
Yeah. And she goes, he gets confused, like he gets lost. And it's almost like the mother, like, motherfucker, I told you not to go fucking up there. Like, kind of like that sense, but if you needed to know anything about me, just get asked. But the motherfucking end of this episode, fucking Brian Cox sitting in that fucking chair, and Kendall walks out to him and goes, Dad? Like, talks to him finally. He's like, you are a fucking idiot.
And he struggles to say it, but he says it.
Great job, Dad. So excited to be here. Hey, that lady told me not to jump. I'm considering fucking jumping. I'm gonna kill myself. This is rough. But holy shit, the dynamic of this show.
Oh yeah.
All from the same walk of life, all from the family tree, but to have so many difference of people under one roof, and they all like power struggle well together. Like, this is power struggle number one. There is going to be more. Like, and that's what's got me so intrigued on this show. And how each one of them plays each other.
Mm-hmm.
And that's kind of like how the dad like set the entire thing to be up for it. So
yeah, because I like love like the one scene in like the second episode where it's just Shiv and Roman in the room talking about the contracts, and they just start fighting with each other, and he like slaps her. It's like brother and sister stuff. And Kendall just walks in, he sees them, he just turns around and walks right back out. Well, it's like, I'm not getting involved in that.
yeah, so good.
Did want to bring this up too, at least for personally all three shows. Top tier HBO themes for all. This one's very good. I really like the first season True Detective. I'm personally a fan also at the first season of Leftovers. I think the whole like mural thing, it was really cool.
Yeah, when but definitely the Succession theme is amazing. Yeah,
when that theme kicks in, like it plays perfect as a score, but also perfect like how it just overall plays in. I absolutely love it.
So I guess we're bad guy of the week.
Well, look at us, guys. We're shorter on an episode than we've been around a long time. We had one less episode, so like it could be longer. But I think our conversation was really good overall. But yeah, bad guy of the week. 3, 2, 1. Roman?
I think you two are going to say Roman, so yeah, I guess we'll say Roman.
Who would you go?
I would have said Roman or Marty.
There's nothing.
Who's Marty?
Marty, that's Woody Harrelson. That's just for like cheating on his wife, then going home and gaslighting her. I mean, it's Don Draper territory. We've already been there. So
it's one thing to say what we would do in that situation. Just saying, I'm letting you know. My wife doesn't watch the show. Very weak. Very weak. I mean, he was handcuffed. Honestly, if you want to honestly, he was handcuffed. What she has a case to place charges. He is in a place to face charges.
I think that's fair. I think we can say Roman.
So Roman wins overall. Week 1, bad guy of the week. He jerks off on a window, which is absolutely. And by the way, editing despicable. Editing despicable. He does it and then goes to espresso, like pouring out of a machine right after. Disgusting behavior. But yeah, that's our first episode. We'll be back next week with somebody hit me with what we're watching.
I think it's
I was also
I-
at 0.
I-
Well, 1
Not on the messenger.
on one episode. You killed somebody. No, our leftovers can't be counted as the kills, can they?
No, the departures aren't kills, but I'm counting
No.
all the dogs.
You can't count the dogs.
We counted dogs before.
Wait, when
How
did
many
we count
dogs
the dogs?
is there?
He killed like 7 or 8 dogs.
Jesus.
6.
Can you
I
count Brian
counted
Cox
every
for that?
gunshot as a dead dog because those guys know how to shoot. So
Brian
3
Cox is one.
successions, 2 true detectives, and 3 leftovers. So doing the same thing next week.
So 3, 2, 2. So 3 succession,
3, 2, 3.
3 leftover, 2 true detectives. Yes, we'll be back after that. Cool. Thanks for all for watching. Had so much fun tonight. Watch our other stuff on Multiplex. Peace.
You wonder ever you're a bad man?
The world needs bad men. We keep the other bad men from the door.
So, I just wanted to get the gang together early in my tenure to say,
Yup.